Hello, everyone. My name is Ashna Padel, and I am the founder and CEO of Little Leaders of Tomorrow, an international nonprofit organization that I founded, and I aspire to work with several students across the globe to inspire them to become the future leaders of the world. Today, I have with me
Kaylin Savry, and I'm the Administrative Director. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you so much, Kaylin. Now we're going to move on to talk to you all a little bit about Little Leaders of Tomorrow, the mission statement, and a few takeaways from the organization. So our mission in Little Leaders of Tomorrow is to empower leaders to innovate, inspire, and influence. What does this mean exactly? Well, in Little Leaders of Tomorrow, we teach students the pillars of leadership and we guide them through leadership training for free. Through this leadership training, they will know the qualities that leaders should possess and they will work to try to follow these pillars of leadership. They will engage in exercises to help them fight the fear of public speaking anxiety, and they will do a passion project, something that they're passionate about. They will do a community service project related to it, and as a result, they will have the ability to go out there, create change in the world, and inspire other people to do the same. A little bit about Little Leaders of Tomorrow is, again, as I mentioned in the very beginning, it is an international nonprofit organization founded by me. I am a rising senior in Miami, Florida, same as Kaylin. And I work with various ambassadors, volunteers, and executive board of directors to educate students ages 9 through 18 on leadership training, personal growth, and public speaking, and so much more. But the good news is Little Leaders of Tomorrow will soon be an organization that is run through Miami-Dade County Public Schools. That is the school district that our public schools fall under, and it'll also be run through Miami-Dade County. Little Leaders of Tomorrow is very significant to the lives of several children globally because it offers a plethora of opportunities to the students, allowing them to pave their future path to success and inspiring others to do the same.
So Little Leaders of Tomorrow has significantly grown through the globe. We have students from Ukraine, Czech Republics, India, and Trinidad and Tobago. We are looking for more students around the globe, hoping to expand our nonprofit organization.
Here's a couple statistics. Did you know that 75% of the global population fears public speaking? It is actually one of the biggest fears across the world, and public speaking ranks higher than death in fears across the world. I know, right? That's crazy. But in Little Leaders of Tomorrow, students will learn the tricks to fight this public speaking anxiety. They will learn how to overcome self-doubt and develop self-confidence and increase their self-esteem. And they will get all of this for free. Also, did you know that 1/3 of the people in the world reported that they struggled to find a work-life balance? Obviously, we're going to be working with students ages 9 through 18, so they won't be working, but they'll still have schoolwork. And a lot of the time, students find it so hard to balance their extracurriculars with schoolwork, and it's so devastating and stressful most of the time. So we want to be able to go out there and guide these students and teach them tricks that they can utilize to manage their life, to manage their time, and to balance their stress or their work life. Also, did you know that 25% of participants undergoing leadership training improve their learning capacity by 25% and performance by 20%? Students will gain these benefits and so much more through our free leadership training in Little Leaders of Tomorrow. So your child, and if you're a student watching this, should definitely join Little Leaders of Tomorrow due to the ample opportunities and benefits that it can offer. So this is the executive board of directors, and I would like you all to meet the team. So first we have myself, I am the founder and CEO. We have Diego Tanaka, co-founder and head of the outreach department, Jasmine Gonzalez, head of the research and resources department, Miranda Calzadia, head of the ambassador department, Zinara Lopez, program director, and Kaylin Salvery, the administrative assistant. Now, Kaylin will go through the departments.
Hi, everyone. So now we're going to introduce the departments. Our first department is ambassadors. Ambassadors are the mentors working face-to-face with our students. They connect through Zoom and other social media platforms to educate the students on our curriculum that we covered throughout LAT. Second, we have the Research and Resources Department. The volunteers in the Research and Resources Department work on PowerPoints and Google Slides with teaching materials the ambassadors use to teach the students. They dedicate lots of their time to research and develop these teaching slides. Third, we have our Outreach Department. The volunteers in the Outreach Department work to update the LAT social media and the website we are currently developing. They do not interact with face-to-face with the students, but it is a remote position.
So basically, the research and resources in the outreach department are both remote positions, whereas the ambassadors, it's going to not really be in person. It is also remote, but they will be the ones interacting face to face with the students rather than the other two departments. So in Little Leaders of Tomorrow, there are 5 main pillars of leadership that we educate the students on. And as I mentioned earlier, we go through fun and engaging activities so that these students can practice and see real world examples of these pillars being put into action. Number 1 is integrity. Integrity is standing up for what is right and standing up for what one believes in. So I would like to introduce quotes related to these pillars of leadership so that it can really stick with you after this video. Real integrity is doing the right thing, knowing that nobody's going to know whether you did it or not. Basically, it is so important to always do the right thing, to go out there, spread kindness, and follow your dreams, stand up for what you believe in is right, even when nobody knows, right? Or even if there's people putting you down, just continue fighting for what you believe is right. Don't let your opinions go to waste because your voice matters. Second, we have empowerment. So most of the time, people think leaders are those in power, like CEOs, officers of school clubs, presidents. But the truth is that a leader is not one who is in power. It is someone who can empower those that are in their power. So a quote related to empowerment is, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then you are a leader. So true leaders inspire people to go out there and initiate change in the world. Third, we have communication, not just any communication, strong communication. And there are so many facets to strong communication. For example, we have empathy is one of them, sympathy, respect, accountability. I could name a whole bunch more, but the list would be infinite. So a quote related to strong communication is, an inspiring leader sees possibilities others don't, and communicates a vision of a different future that engages hearts, minds, and hands of followers. So it is important to correctly communicate with the people that you are serving for and the people that you are working with to build a great team. Next, we have active listening. And this quote is a very interesting one. Let's hear it out. Do not listen with the intent to reply, but with the intent to understand. It is important that you sit down and you try to understand what the other person is saying rather than the need to reply first. After this silence in the conversation, after the person is done speaking, then communicate your thoughts and keep the conversation going. Make sure to respect the other person and show politeness, etiquette, and sympathy for them. Next, we have open-mindedness. It is our last pillar, and this is a very important one because an open mind is the only weapon sharp enough to pierce ignorance. An open heart is the only ally trustworthy enough to wield it. Let's face it, none of us are perfect. We can always improve on ourselves to reach the fullest potential and the best person that we can be. And we teach students that they have strengths and weaknesses. We help them improve their weaknesses and we help them continue working on their strengths. We help these students become the best version of themselves and reach their fullest potential as a leader and a human being. Now, Kaylin's going to go through the modules of Little Leaders of Tomorrow.
So now I'll be going through the modules. The first module we have is making opinions. The second one we have is the introduction to leadership. And the third one we have is pillars of leadership. And the fourth one is taking the initiative. Each of these modules are used throughout our teachings, and it really provides the students with a clear idea of what we're trying to spread across the globe.
So in module 1, we cover various topics, and I would like to state that this module is specifically tied around the idea of personal growth, maintaining moderation and balance in life, and learning about global issues around us. So first of all, we talk about the Arvuta cube, which is the cube of balance, and it helps us maintain a balanced life. We teach students on how to live in moderation, right? And we also talk about maintaining a good mindset, a growing mindset, and global issues, enforcing morals. And we also inspire these students with leaders that they've probably learned about in history class. And we teach them the actions that they took so that they can go out there and do the same. Next, we have introduction to leadership, public speaking, how they can fight these fears, public relations, hospitality, professionalism, and problem solving. We have the pillars of leadership. Then we have taking initiative. So assessing information on issues, learning about nonprofit organizations that students can reach out to, contacting government officials, petition and advocacy, and forms of protest.
Now we're going to talk about how we organize our sessions. Usually we have 2 ambassadors pair up with 3 to 5 students or even more. They hold weekly sessions discussing the content in the modules and provide the students with fun activities to help them better understand the content. Our scheduling is very flexible as we try to meet with different kinds of students at different time zones all around the world.
There is so much significance in your child, or if you're a student watching this, joining LLT. First of all is human connectivity. Connections will flourish from students interacting with others and their mentors. And as Kaylin just mentioned how the organization works, because of this tight organization, students will really get to know the person that they're working with and their peers. And as a result, they will learn from each other, and cultural exchanges, which is the second significance, will result. These different cultures coming together and people in exchanging their experiences and traditions, it will really allow us to build a diverse community. Next, we have leadership training. Students will learn about the pillars of leadership, public speaking, taking initiative, global issues, human values, and achieving personal growth, and so much more for free. So this is the consent form for Little Leaders of Tomorrow. Pause this video or take a picture of it because that's what the student must scan and fill out in order to be recruited into the Little Leaders of Tomorrow platform.
Here are our social medias and links that you can contact us through. We have Instagram, a LinkedIn page, a our consent form that you need to have to sign up, and the LLT website that we are still working on, but we will be able to announce it soon. Does anyone have any questions? If you have any questions, the way to contact us is through our email, through our social media, which is our Instagram, or even our LinkedIn through our CEO, Ashna Paudel.
Thank you so much for listening, and I really hope that we can all work together and you can join Little Leaders of Tomorrow so we can work with you to train you to become the future leaders of the world, and we can all work together as a team to initiate change the world, and make it a better place. Thank you once again.
Thank you, everyone.